Traders, you know what? I'm excited. Christmas came early for me this year, guys. You know why? Because the market sell-off has happened. I believe we're getting towards the end of this sell-off. We may have a little bit more downside to come, but Christmas came early for me. Let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders. So let's have a look at all the markets right now. And we'll look at gold and silver and all that sort of stuff as well too. See what's going on. So let's start off the good old Nasdaq. The Nasdaq, Christmas came early. Look at this here. The Nasdaq came all the way down to support line and bounced. I believe we're getting ready for a really strong bounce out of the markets. Now, I don't know exactly if that's going to be today or it's going to be tomorrow, but we're getting towards the end of this sell-off. Why do I say that? Well, do you know at least once a year, we will go through these freaky moments, right? Freaky moments. To me, this is not a freaky moment. This is we're in a very strong bull trend, and we're just getting we're getting a really strong sell-off, which is just a counter trend against the underlying trend, right? So right now, and I did a video yesterday for you guys, and I'm saying right now, do not be letting your emotions get involved. What's happening right now? Get ready for the slingshot move. The panic is over. Let the buying begin, right? And then it's going to happen. Maybe not today. Well, and the reason why I say let it begin is because of what? Every year, generally once a year, we get these little freaky moments, right? Freaky moments, like freak the boys out, right? I call them the boys, right? The boys are the terminology for people that have only had a few years experience in the markets. I'd have to say maybe less than 5 years of experience, right? I'd have to say less than 5 years of experience. And those people are getting so sucked into the environment, so sucked into what is happening right now, that the boys get emotional and then they go down this rabbit hole because they don't know, and they look at the news and the YouTubes and all that sort of stuff, and they think the sky's falling, Japan's all over, that's it, recession here, market's just going to go through the floor, it's going to go down 20% in one day, and it's all over. Oh my goodness! And what do? They let their emotions wash them away. And then suddenly what happens a month now? What happens? And then suddenly end of August comes, and the end of September comes, and the end of November, and then August, September, October, November, and then they look at the end of September this year, and they look back at this very moment, and they go, why did I get so sucked into all the media, all the fear, and now look at the S&P, look at the Nasdaq, look at the Dow Jones, look at the Russell. They're booming right now 6 months later. Absolutely booming. I was in that. Why did I get out for? And now I'm using this because guess what? Guess who's done this probably at least more than I can count, right? How many fingers do I have? 6 each hand? That's me, right? 6 each hand. Right? And I'm sure you guys have been around the markets for probably more than a decade. You've probably had a handful of times of experience in this, right? Where you may be in the market, you may be seeing what's happening, and suddenly we get this bit of a freaky moment that happened in the markets, and you get so emotionally wrapped up in the little freaky moment, and then guess what happens? And the market then goes straight back up again, right? And if we have a look at the S&P 500, what is the S&P 500 doing? This is still a very strong bull market. There's nothing wrong with this. Yeah, we're getting a very strong sell-off, but I know this probably sounds really simple for some of you guys, and some of you guys say, oh, it's not that simple, John, it's all over. Really? Okay. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, and guess where we are right now? So as long as, it doesn't matter what you think or what you hope for or what you're fearful of and all your monkey brain going crazy right now, calm the monkey brain. Calm that monkey brain, right? The monkey brain is, oh my goodness, the sky's falling, right? And you go so sucked into this here. Do not be doing this, guys, okay? Do not be doing this. Look at the market for what it is. And if you want to get the facts, the truth about these markets, just go look back at times when we have formed big tops in the markets and you'll be able to see what happens. What is the number one thing that happens? We no longer make higher lows. And I know this sounds pretty crazy, guys, because a lot of you right now are rushing, flooding towards all this economic data and fundamentals and overseas and Japan and the bond market and the rates and you go down this massive rabbit hole, right? And that leads you down the wrong path, creating all this emotion. And that emotion, you automatically think this equals this. What's happening right now in Japan, all that sort of stuff, equals stock market getting destroyed. You actually think that. That thinking is off the back of no factual evidence. Nothing you can rely on to make good decisions in your markets. In your markets. There you go. It's your markets, guys. It's your markets, not my market. It's your markets. I'm just trading your markets. Can I please get a much better commission, please, on my brokerage? Your markets. Can I please get a much better feel next time? Right? So if you just look at, I'm trying to show, and the reason why I'm doing this, guys, I'm just trying to show you like this. It's actually this is nothing, right? This happens generally. Look at this here. From there to there was what? That there was just over 10% before we stood to the upside. What's happening right now? Let the buying begin. Let the buying begin. No freaky, right? For this entire drop. I don't know exactly when the bottom's going to be. Like, no one can predict the exact bottom. It might be today. I don't know. But you watch. Come back at the end of this month. Come back at the end of September. Come back at the end of this year. And you'll be like the people who freaked out here and suddenly they saw whooshka, right? Slingshot move. So just relax. Keep it calm. Because guess what, guys? Guess what? Let the buying begin. And again, guys, I know this sounds really simple, but even in the COVID boom, right? Look at this here. As long as we keep making these higher lows in place, higher lows and higher lows, the market is in a strong upward trend and nothing has changed. When the market stops making higher lows, when we break below the low here, that's the time we should say, spaghetti-o, something has changed in the markets. And then guess what happens? Rip up for a few weeks, and then we start this downward movement. Let's go back to the 08 period, the big crash in 08. Big, massive market crash. Oh my goodness. Worst crash in history. Great recession. Oh my goodness. 2008 crash. No one could have seen it coming. What's the trend and what's happening? Simples. And what is that once again? If the market is making higher lows and higher lows and higher lows and higher lows, guess what? The buyers are still in control. But as soon as we start to break the lows, which we did right here, and that was that last significant low, guess what? The market is telling us now we should be concerned about things changing, because guess what? Now we started at that point was what? When we came down through here, then we came back up here. You can never predict the exact top. No one can predict the exact top, but we know what you now know what you need to be looking at to say, yes, this is going to form into a big, massive top and the market's going to go down, right? But not right now. No, we're not there. No, because and then guess what happened? And then we started making lower highs, and then the big market crashed through here. Oh my goodness, no one could have seen. All right, so I'm trying to share with you. You're probably going spending hours and 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 hours going down this rabbit hole of everything that's happening right now. The bond market, the interest rates, inflation, Japan, all this sort of stuff. And I sit back and I'm like, what's the trend? Higher lows. Okay, cool. We're all good. We're just in a pullback phase. All right. Market goes up, higher low, higher low, higher low. And then big crash. Oh my goodness, market's crashing down. And I'm like, what's the trend? Oh, market's still making higher lows. Oh, that's okay. We're just in a pullback phase. We're probably getting ready to go again. There you go. That's it for me. I'm off to the gym. Bye, guys. I'm telling you right now, guys, I've been trading markets for 20 years. And if you would like some help from me, guys, you might be good for my coaching program. There should be a link in the description there. Click on that. Go fill out the application form, guys, and I'll personally call you, right? Because this is how simple it can be. Again, guys, 20 years of trading the markets. I've gone down the rabbit hole that probably most of you guys are doing right now. You're going down this massive rabbit hole. Oh, and guess what ends up happening? That gets you to take action to the markets, which is not backed by factual evidence about how markets work. I just showed you how markets work, right? Even back in the even the Dow Jones. What is this? Low, higher low, higher low, higher low. Look what happened. As soon as we did what? As soon as we started to break this low here, we no longer were making higher lows. We actually broke down past the low. Guess what? Trend is over. This is where the top can start to form. And then we start to do what? We actually start to step down from here. So until that happens, guys, no, right? No. And again, guys, this is what, like, I've been here before, and I understand your thinking around this process, right? It's like you're so driving down this here, and the whole problem with that is that, one, you're going to make a decision because you think, oh my goodness, the market's going to crash, because you think it's going to happen. Never do that, right? Your thinking is never ever going to make you a long-term successful trader. Having techniques to help you be on top of the market, right? Like, for example, what's the trend? Oh, okay. So if this is the last low here, if this is the last low and we're still above that, right now as we speak, we're still above it. So therefore, we're still in a strong upward trend. Therefore, my thinking has nothing to do with what's happening right now. And the market is just having a correction. So you can spend 5, 6, 7, 8 hours going down this massive rabbit hole. And I say, oh, low, higher low, and now we're having a bit of a pullback. Okay, well, we're still on a strong upward trend, so the market's probably going to find support and have another big rally here soon. Yeah, okay, there's nothing wrong with this. The market's just having a nice correction because the market does do that. We go through trend analysis, we go for a big move, and then we have a bit of a correction, a pullback, and then we go for another big move. Okay, cool. My analysis is done. I know what's happening with the markets right now. I'm going to go surfing. I'm going to go ride some bikes. So I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to go, I'm going to go watch a Netflix movie. Let's go. You see what I'm saying, you guys? Like, you can free up so much time. But the big problem is that then you start to get emotional, your emotions, the fear, the greed, the FOMO, all these emotions then get you to cause an action in the markets. And every single time, I promise you, if right now you're making a decision in the markets based off your fear, the FOMO, the greed, not based off what's happening really in the markets, and you're making a decision based off all the news and the media and all this sort of stuff, and you think you're going to get rich, guess what? You're probably not, right? And guess what? You are probably going to end up like these accounts right here, right? This I just posted this in my private client group. Look at this here. Breaking 274,072 crypto traders have been totally liquidated in the last 24 hours, with a total liquidation at 1 billion. So the purpose of me bringing, what's this one here? Aha, there you go. Let me take you off the screen, right? So the purpose of me bringing all this up here, guys, and let me bring up the good old gold and silver as well too. Let's bring on silver. What's silver right now, guys? Silver's just doing what? Silver's just still in a strong upward trend. We're just getting a pullback. Now, obviously, it can morph into something different, right? And it eventually will morph into something different, meaning tops, bottoms, sideways periods, all that sort of stuff, right? We do get that. But guess what? Strong up, strong down. As I speak right now, what is going on? Well, if I'm looking at this market from low to high, silver's just retraced 50%. There's nothing wrong with this. Now, if silver does this, and we do a bit of a nugget on you, and we do something like this going down through here, then we know that, okay, now I need to reassess, and I need to start looking at what may be coming up. But for now, guess what? There's absolutely nothing wrong with this. There's the 50% level where it is right now. Take that off the screen. It's at the next level of support. We're probably going to get a big bounce here. Get ready for the slew of buying to come into these markets, guys. I'm telling you right. And even on the gold market. Look at gold. Gold, what's this here? High, higher, low, higher, low. We're just going sideways here with gold. Not much going on, right? Let's go down to the shorter time frame charts here, such as this chart right here. Let's bring up the GLD. Because this is my favy. Look at the GLD, guys. Look at this. Beautiful. Low, high, low. Look at it bouncing off this level here. If we hold here and start to break above 230, guess what's coming, guys, right? So, I hope you are not letting your emotions and your fears and your doubt and you just taking a guess based off your thoughts. Because this is the reason why most people don't make money in the markets. And I went through this period so many years. Because I think Japan is falling off a cliff and it's going to affect our markets and our market's going to completely crash. And I think that. No. You get a big smack. Right? Big smack. No. Traders, do not be going down that path of what's going on there. Get ready for a really, 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 really strong bounce out of these markets. People are freaking out right now. And if you have a look at everything that I've talked about here today, guys, and I show you that this fear and greed index, guess what they say? When people are fearful, and if people are really extremely fearful, it's time to get extremely greedy.